vistas, new voices, new views, new visions, new victories. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we're taking public media black.
You ready?
It's the queen of royal badness.
It's time for the Raw Report with Robin Ayers.
Highlighting people and things you should know about.
Robin's got you covered. Follow Robin at Robin Ayers. You're listening to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Robin's got a lot to talk about.
We're gonna take this one over to 275 Halstead, 384 Stuyvesant. We're gonna take it over to 155 Morgan. Just another day living in the hood. Just another day around the way. Feeling good today. Feeling lovely.
Oh, I'm definitely feeling good. I'm feeling good. It's Friday. It is Friday. Welcome to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580, where we bring you the latest in entertainment news, trending topics, and interviews. I'm your host, Robin Ayers. Happy to be with you guys always, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. on that drive home. And if you are driving, even if you are in traffic, I know you're happy because it's Friday, like I said. Andy got that good energy Friday music playing. As always, he's nailing it. You might even be at home with your feet kicked up, and I'm not mad at you. Listen, I'm not mad. Chill out. Go into the weekend feeling very, very good. Great conversation that I'm looking forward to having today. If you want, you can call in. You can weigh in on the topics. You can do that by calling 1-800-920-1580. You could also join us right now over in our YouTube chat. That's at KBLA 1580 on YouTube. While you are there, listen, go ahead and follow us on all of our social media platforms at KBLA 1580. It's just a good idea. Just go ahead and do that. You should be following me too at Robin Ayers. I'm friendly like that. All right. I'm friendly like that. I will not bite. All right. So as you can see, for those of us who are joining on YouTube already, I see you guys coming in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm excited. I actually don't have many updates for you just because we're going to get straight into what the Raw Report is. Andy, let's go ahead and drop that.
Now it's time for a breakdown.
Two Tinas. We're talking two Tinas today. We are talking about Tina Knowles and the heartbreaking divorce with Richard Lawson. There are some things popping up, though. There are some things popping up on social media, things that we're learning about. We don't know. This is all still, some of it, by the way, is speculation. Not all of it. Some things are we're all speculating on, but we're going to break it down and talk about it. And my question really is, are we losing our hope in Black love? You know, if you've been listening to me, even for just a little bit, you know that I love Black love. And so I just want to know, are we losing our hope in Black love? We're going to break that topic down and more on the other side. But we're also talking about Tina Turner. Well, her daughter-in-law, in fact, as you know, the late Tina Turner has passed away, and so did her son. Not long before her. And so her daughter-in-law, we will tell you what she is up to that has some people kind of speculating like what's going on here. But we'll talk about that, see if it's a good idea or if it's not. We'll talk about that on the other side with our contributor of the day who is in the house and I'm so excited about. All on the other side. You are listening to The Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Eric Bellinger hanging out right here with my family at the Raw Report. Keep it locked.
You're inside the Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Maisha Cairo here with a quick recap from my time at JP Morgan Chase's Advancing Black Wealth Tour. There were speakers Ian Dunlap, Damon John, Lynn Richardson, MC Light, Don Kennedy, to name a few. Take a listen to what Justin Grant, Community Development Lead at Chase's Advancing Black Pathway, let's see what he had to say.
So I'm Justin Grant. I lead community development and national partnerships for JP Morgan Chase's Advancing Black Pathway strategy. And so we're focused on strengthening the economic foundation of black communities, and we're making targeted investments in programs like the Advancing Black Wealth Tour to help us get our tools and resources out to the community to drive sustained impact over time.
So when it comes to black and brown people, it sounds like Chase is making it their personal responsibility not only to facilitate these events, but to educate and provide resources. So, Mr. Grant, I have to ask, what does wealth building look like for the individual?
It's home ownership, it's having that freedom to be able to start your own business and create jobs in your community, and it's having that long-term plan towards retirement, having that vision for what you want your life to be, and you have the resources to actually live it.
I'm Maisha Cairo. Thanks for sticking around. That was my recap from Chase's Advancing Black Wealth Tour. First stop was here in LA, and they're taking it national.
Want my secret for how to prep for summer getaways and get-togethers and get everything for less? Get to Kohl's. I just shopped their friends and family sale and saved an extra 20% on sunny day essentials, like tees and tanks for my family for $9.99, a cute pair of shorts for me, and everything we needed to set up our patio. So get to Kohl's and save on cool finds for hot days. You'll thank me later. Select styles, 20% offer ends July 30th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means... Wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait! Unlimited first-year cash back match, only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
Mom's early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take.
And when I left the Evan-On, we decided together that it was time to see a doctor and make a plan.
Early detection gave us more time to seek out information and support as a family.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. For more information, visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news.
You're inside the Rob Report.
With Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
Well, you already know it's Friday. That means that we got Stephanie O. That's bars. That's bars. I'm not here to break this topic down by myself. We have the lovely Stephanie O back in the building with us. Stephanie O, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm nice and full. I ate before I came here, some Jamaican food, so I am ready to go.
Oh, yeah, you are set. I'm so jealous because I'm hungry right now. I'm actually very hungry right now, but I'm gonna have a nice dinner later, so I'm not tripping so much about it. But when you are full, like you described, you can really have good conversation. So I'm glad that you brought your fullness,
I did.
with me. We're gonna balance each other out today. Stephanie, we're talking two Tinas today. Two Tinas, and let's start off by talking about Tina Knowles. I actually read it here right on the show when I saw that. I don't know that it was breaking news. It was breaking news on my show, but when we saw that she actually filed for divorce from Richard Lawson, I was heartbroken just because I believe in love and I love love so much. I was really like, man, this is not what we need at the moment. Yeah. And, just days later, we're starting to see more and more people, of course, on social media. They're digging up old clips on the show, Black Love. They are digging up tweets that were liked by Richard Lawson. Speaking of that video, though, on Black Love, can we go ahead and let me just set the stage for everybody. If you had not seen it, they did an episode of the show called Black Love, and they're sitting there. Tina Knowles is talking about sort of reinventing herself and how she drew love back into her life. And there's a moment, and you may not be able to see, you can't see it, but you can probably hear it a little bit. There's a moment where she has a little interaction with her husband, and Let's let you take a listen for yourself, and we'll talk about it on the other side.
These things about myself, and I was like, I'm a bad sister. I have done some pretty incredible things. I'm not so bad. I deserve somebody because I'm great, you know? And that's not an arrogant thing. That's just like all these years I've accomplished all these things, but I never really even took a look at them. I never owned them or felt good about them. So all of a sudden I felt good about myself, and I think that's how I was able to attract someone. So if you are out there and you want to attract somebody, fall in love with yourself and know your worth. You know, it really makes a difference. At 59, I moved to a new city, got a new car, a new man, a new life, and it is possible. I envisioned the type of man I wanted. I prayed for the type of man I wanted, and I got pretty much that. Is he perfect? Absolutely not. But, you know, he has a lot of the qualities. No. He has a lot of the qualities that that I love. And
Oh, I'm laughing because I'm watching the clip in my head when she says he's not perfect, and he's like, no, and she's like, no. And I'm like, okay, she blasted the guy on television. Number one, Stephanie, before we start breaking down all the things that people are saying on social media, your thoughts on the couple breaking up, but then also, are we losing? It feels like left and right, we keep losing these couples that I'm not trying to say we should put these people on a pedestal. Of course not. But you do have hope that, you know, Black people, Black love can stay alive. They can show us in the younger generation that it's possible to continue, you know, to stay married, have a family, and continue on with your lives. But it seems like we're losing them.
Right.
What's up, Stephanie?
I will say, you know, as far as Tina goes, we don't know what happened, and you know, we don't really know the dynamics of their relationship. So I don't even know if they should have been together or what. I don't know. They seemed good from the outside. They seemed like a beautiful couple. So I really, you know, want to send prayers to both of them, for Tina and Richard. I will say, in terms of the Black love question, for me, I think that sometimes we see divorce in celebrities more than we see the actual marriages. And so, you know, it may seem like Black love isn't thriving. And so I think it's super important that we look at the Black love in our lives, in our, you know, in our neighborhoods, and, you know, the things that we see on a daily basis. And those people are thriving, they're loving, you know, and we have to really prop those things up, because if we rely on, you know, blogs and websites to let us know about Black love, they're not going to show us every time someone gets married. They're not going to show us every time a relationship is going well. They're only going to show us the bad side. And I don't want that to be what steers us away, because there's already so much that is trying to steer Black men away from Black women and vice versa. So I think that we really just have to focus on the Black love in our neighborhoods, because I know I could go to, like, I take my son to the barbershop and all those men are married, you know what I mean? Or I could go to the salon and they're married. And so I don't think that it's over yet. I think we just have to really understand that what is in the media is filtered, and we're only allowed to see so much.
You know, that's really a great point, and I'm glad that you brought that up, because so many of us tend to look at what's on social media and the celebrities that are married. But I know growing up, like, just in Black neighborhoods, you will go to your friend's house and the dad and the mom are there, and, you know, the grandparents are there still married and everything like that. So it's actually a really good point that maybe we should start looking into our neighborhoods. But I do feel like maybe it was of a different generation. Maybe the older generation, they have it locked. Maybe their values are a little bit different. And that's even the question. Are they still around? Are those couples who are a little bit older, maybe the generation above us or a couple of generations?
I think there's I think dating and relationships is a lot different now. I think there's a lot of things going on. I think some of the older generations stayed with each other probably when they shouldn't have.
That's true.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think they probably should have let that go. But I think that a lot of times when we are even in the dating process, like I go through dating and it's like people want to skip through the friendship part of dating. So there's no foundation that's set. And if there's no foundation, you have nothing to fight for when it comes to keeping a relationship alive. It's just like, oh, we're going to go straight to, you know, we go together and then we're married. And it's like, And so when the first fight you have, you don't even like this person.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that I don't think the generation changed too much in that aspect. I think we just have to really get back to, instead of wanting to jump into something real quick, is really take our time to really know and understand people. And the people that we choose to be with, and not jump into relationships or marriage because it seems like the cool aesthetic vibey thing to do, and do it for the gram. Like, no, we need to do it for each other.
Oh man, that's true. Well, you know what's interesting is, as you were talking about that, I can see that happening just in society, but I also see that happening in church. You know, when I joined my church at the age of 24 or so there were a lot of people who were in my age group, and there were a lot of young single people who were looking for like relationships. But what they taught you in church, and what they probably still teach in church, more traditional churches, is that you date to get married, not to date around. So once you see someone, you meet someone, and there's some sort of compatibility, they're almost like, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and do it. And I know many people who have gotten married in that situation who have then broken up.
Me too.
They've gotten divorced because you don't know this person. Like you were saying, there was no chemistry. There was no real friendship. It was just somebody in the church who was single.
And I'm a firm believer in a friendship first, because that is a foundation that it gives you something to fight for, because you don't want to lose your friend. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's like, it's one thing when I break up with someone and, you know, I don't really know you. I can cut you off and be gone, and you're dead to me at this point. I don't care. But you don't.
You hardcore.
I am.
Yeah.
But when it's your friend, you don't want to lose that friend. So you are more likely to fight and fight harder. And it really gives you something worth fighting for. So I think that that's what's really missing. And that's why in our generation anyway, that's where we got it messed up. We just go straight to the marriage, and it's like, we don't got to do that.
Okay, well, speaking of, this new generation and whatnot, and all of that, on social media, of course, they say that the advent of social media has ruined relationships and what it looks like for this generation, and partly because everything is accessible online. Everything is accessible. And Richard Lawson, Tina Knowles' current husband, who she has filed divorce from, has been outed basically on Twitter for liking a bunch of pornographic images or videos and things like that, not knowing that the things that you like on social media, on Twitter, are public. And whoever's running that account, I'm not saying it's Richard Lawson, all right, but so he allegedly was liking these images or videos and not knowing that they were public, and people saw that. And again, we don't know if this was as a result of him, getting a divorce. We don't know if this was happening during the divorce. We just don't know. There's so many things that people are speculating about. But is the man too grown for this? Or has the social media, the curse of social media, come into play even in the adults?
I don't know how I feel about that. On one hand, it's like, he's a man, and I'm not even gonna say he's a man, because I'm a woman and I probably got some stuff in my likes too. I don't even know.
Sure, yeah.
So you can't really stop people from being who they are. Yeah. And it's like, they're just looking and not touching. So you can't be mad if they just look. That's just me. But then again, I would get mad. So I don't even know what I'm saying right now.
Okay, all right.
I would have something to say about that. I would feel away, not divorce away, but I'd be like, not you embarrassing me in front of people on Twitter. Like, get it together, put it in your bookmarks.
Yeah, it has everybody curious, because I know, okay, I think two different ways about this. I am actually a person who thinks that almost anything you can work through. Almost anything, depending on who you've married, right? If you married somebody who has a sound mind, somebody who is a good person in their core, that person is in their core, just a good person, a good partner to go through life with. Almost anything is worth it. Almost. This is obviously, we're not talking about any abuse or physical, verbal, or anything like that. But I'm looking at them and I'm like, what, at this age, both of them have been married 2 times. They both have children. They're both grown, have businesses, their own careers, their own, lives. But they had this life together that they were building. What could possibly break up these two people?
I'm thinking it's the same thing that broke up Tina's last one. That man got babies out there. That's what I'm thinking. It's just rumors. Don't kill me. But that's the only thing I can think of.
Man.
You maybe go through the same thing again. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You re-traumatized her because I think Matthew had 2 on her, 2 or 3.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
well, I know he had one for sure. We recently covered that on this show.
Yeah, the little boy, and then he also has a little girl with another woman.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
so traumatized it could be, and that's for sure. Again, we just don't know. But here's the funny part now. Not funny, haha, but ironic. Tyler Perry has just this past June, he put out a press release about a movie that he's going to have called Divorce in Black. Divorce in the Black. And it's starring several people, and several of these people have been on that show Black Love and are now divorced or getting divorced.
I was saying that Black Love is like the Madden curse of Black couples. If you go on that show, it just seems like your relationship ends.
Oh, man. That's scary. Well, they also say that about reality TV.
Very true. Very
okay,
true.
so and do you buy that? Or I mean, you said they say, but I don't know. Are
You know, I feel like it's when you start letting too many people into your business that already causes issues, because now everybody has an opinion on what you're doing, and you weren't paying attention to them before, and now you are, because now people are dissecting every little word you said or every little thing they do. And so I think that it does have a little bit of a curse to it, because what you could do in private and let go, now it's a big public spectacle because you were on this show.
They're also talking about, again, this is what's coming up over the past several days, because what happens is once we know there's a big storyline, there's a big headline, I'll say, in social media for this particular subject. We're talking about the split between Tina Knowles and Richard Lawson. People will go digging for information, and they will search back months and months or even years for information, videos, tweets. They'll search anything. Part of what they've pulled up, they meaning the social media, the trolls, part of what they pulled up is the recent home burglar when Tina's home was burglarized. And they said basically now, could there be some sort of link between Richard Lawson and, because we never heard anything else about this, about her home being burglarized. We never heard that there was someone who was caught. They knew where the safe was. They knew how to get apparently these jewels or cash, whatever was in that safe. They knew how to get it. So
and the Beehive clocked a while ago that Richard and Tina weren't, they said it. They've been tweeting it for weeks now that it's looking like they're not together. And I'm like, y'all stop it. Y'all always starting rumors. Look at them being true.
Okay.
So, maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But they definitely haven't been together for a little while now. And you haven't, because usually you'll see them together. And, she's been at Beyonce's concerts, all of them by herself, solo. And he hasn't been to any of them. And that's been, what, like a month or two now?
Yeah.
So.
And he's out there. He's doing his own thing. He's still acting. He's teaching. He's doing all kinds of things. So, yeah, we've been seeing it. They've been doing everything separately. What happens from here, though? Just in your mind, I'm thinking it's really unfortunate, because once you've gotten married and divorced once or twice or whatever, people start to label you as the problem, not knowing anything. And it's really unfair that people do that, but they will label you the problem. They are labeling. I'm reading it. I see it. They label Miss Tina, Mama Tina. They label her the problem, and it's really unfortunate. So now she's got two failed marriages, but so does he, right? Nobody's really pointing that out. What happens from here? I mean, we still are rooting her on for love, right?
Absolutely. I mean, as long as you got air in your lungs, you still have another chance,
Amen.
So, maybe he just wasn't in. Maybe they called the whole divorce off. Who knows? So
it's happened.
Yeah.
It has happened.
So, we just have to wish them the best, wish her the most peace while she goes through that, and him too. And, I really can't say what does happen. I know that eventually because TMZ they find out everything, we will find out what the cause was, and then people will make up their own assumptions of what happened, and then after that we'll move on to the next piece of drama.
Tina is Miss Tina. Let me put some respect on her name. Miss Tina is the mom of Beyonce, who arguably could be the world's biggest star, right? One of them at least. Who's coming in to sort of not you can't compete with that. Let's be clear. You're not going to compete with that, but who can add to that? I mean, does this have to be like
a man?
Or, I mean, who's going to come in and sweep Miss Tina off of her feet when you have this big life the way that she does? Who, money is not a problem. Anything you want in life is not a problem for her at this time. So who is going to come in and sweep her off her feet?
As long as she doesn't go on like 90 Day Fiance or something, then I think she's good. I mean, I don't know. That's a great question. Maybe she'll relax a bit and be around her, her not her peers, but her tribe, I'll say. But I don't know. I don't know who can
sweep her off her feet. What's really sad is they had they built their own tribe. They were married for 8 years. So within that time, obviously you build friends and friendships and things like that. But they would go on these cruises.
Those couples
the couples cruises.
Like Magic Johnson
and Cookie Johnson.
His
and
famous couples
Samuel L.
cruise.
Johnson. Yeah.
And she wasn't on it. Last one.
Yeah, on the last trip, they weren't on it there together. Fahima Sek, she's pointing out Snoop Dogg, who is definitely still publicly they're married, and we appreciate that. But dang it, if Snoop Dogg ain't gone through some stuff on social media. Ice Cube, now that's a good one, because Ice Cube is very unproblematic. Now I'm not saying that they don't go through things privately.
Ice Cube's marriage is unproblematic.
Okay, thank you for the correction there, because Ice Cube, he has, we love Ice Cube. I'm such a fan of him. But Denzel, yes. Samuel L. Jackson, yes. Debbie Allen, absolutely. Those are great examples and people who are still married in the public eye, so we definitely appreciate that. Fahima also says Richard Lawson is an example of why the people of a certain age should find out how social media actually works before they use it. No age. Okay, well, that's actually, no, the point that she's making is the fact that Richard was on there liking some stuff he shouldn't have been liking, and not knowing that it was if it was him. But even still, if you got, if that is your account, if someone else is doing handling your account, managing it, you need to be cautious and understand how it works, so that whomever it is that you hire,
and I would think that they would know but I think maybe if someone else was handling it, maybe they thought they were on their personal page when they were liking all these things.
Stephanie, I ain't buying it. Okay, so listen, on the other side, we will continue our conversation, and we're also going to get to the other Tina Turner and her daughter-in-law. We'll break that whole situation down. Right now, we've got news, traffic, and sports. You are listening to The Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Stay right there.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Denzel Whitaker, and I'm on The Raw Report.
More of The Raw Report with Robin Ayers when we come forward.
I'm Esther Dillard, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Black South Carolina Senator Tim Scott is blasting Florida Governor and fellow GOP presidential candidate Ron DeSantis over the Sunshine State's Black History curriculum. Scott said there is no silver lining in slavery during a town hall Thursday in Iowa. The senator was referring to a part of Florida's Black History standards that suggest that slavery provided training and skills for slaves. DeSantis has echoed that notion in comments to reporters. The Alabama woman who admitted to a kidnapping hoax is now facing charges. Carly Russell faces 1 count of false reporting to law enforcement authorities and 1 count of falsely reporting an incident. She went missing for 2 days after she called 911 to report she saw a toddler on the side of the road. And that's the latest. I'm Esther Dillard from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
South LA and the 110 South right at Adams Boulevard got a brand new accident making its way over to the right shoulder. It's already a slow ride coming away from the 101. And if you're on the northbound 110, you'll see delays heading into LA starting right around Florence Avenue. In Paramount, on the 91 eastbound right at Paramount Boulevard, had an earlier stall blocking the 2 right lanes. Everything's over on the shoulder and all lanes have been reopened.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Since 2010, Blindster has sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters letters to satisfied customers across the country with 20,000 5-star reviews and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Custom blinds at low prices and free shipping. Blindster.com.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Dodgers are back in action tonight. They begin a 3-game series at Dodger Stadium against the Cincinnati Reds and their electrifying rookie, Ellie De La Cruz. Check out some of his highlights on YouTube. In the 7th inning of a July 8th game at Milwaukee, De La Cruz stole second, third, and home within 2 minutes after getting on base. First pitch tonight at 7:10. The Pac-12 Conference is in serious trouble. They may have to change their name to Pac-9. Only 9 teams will be in the conference after the spring of 2024. Colorado is leaving the Pac-12 to join the Big 12 Conference. USC and UCLA are also leaving the Pac-12 in 2024 to join the Big 10 Conference. If you have a talented high school athlete in the family and they're being recruited by a Pac-12 school, do some major research on that situation. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 is dedicated to empowering our communities by providing progressive talk radio for our audience. We strive to be an intersectional voice for the voiceless. As a Black-owned and operated station, we are committed to highlighting diverse perspectives and creating safe spaces for meaningful dialogue. We believe that everyone has something unique to bring to these political, economic, social, and cultural conversations, and we don't shy away from the hard conversations about current events. We endeavor to be a beacon of hope and understanding while boldly challenging listeners to think more deeply about difficult topics that impact us all. With this in mind, our mission statement at KBLA Talk 1580 is simple: to create an inclusive platform that promotes civil discourse through honest dialogue and encourages personal growth among our listeners so they can become the active agents of change. Our vision is to establish ourselves as the premier radio network with relevant programming across the beloved community, connecting people through shared experiences and collective power for lasting impact beyond these challenging times.
Can you believe it's already back to school season? To get you ready, Chase is hosting a family event at its Crenshaw Community Center branch on Wednesday, August 2nd from 4 to 8 p.m. Chase will be giving away backpacks full of school supplies and other goodies to the first 1,000 attendees. There will be activities for the whole family to enjoy. Chase community managers will host financial health workshops for parents and kids to learn about the importance of budgeting and smart spending when preparing for back to school. Plus, there will also be lawn games and crafts for all ages. Visit chase.com/student banking to learn about Chase's family banking solutions. We hope to see you at Chase's back to school event at its Crenshaw Community Center branch on Wednesday, August 2nd. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
I'm James Alexander, a proud member of AARP. 1967, I was 17. That spring, my friends, the Barcades, and I made Soul Finger. It was a hit. Number 3 on the charts. That summer, we became the Great Otis Redding's Band. First gig, the famed Apollo. That fall, we toured. That winter found me in a morgue identifying the bodies of my bandmates and Otis Redding. My music and their memories bring me joy. The Barcades, forever.
What would you call a joy that is as solemn as it is sweet and knows no bounds? A joy that's beautifully rooted in soul and resilience. This is Black Joy, a joy that reflects pride and honor despite every challenge. AARP believes the power of Black joy is limitless, and we celebrate this joy supreme. Join us in celebrating Black joy at aarp.org/blackcommunity.
Keeping you informed about what's really going on.
Who's got next?
And what not to miss in entertainment. You're listening to The Rob Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
touch of your hand makes my pulse react. that it's only the thrill of boy meeting girl. Opposites attract. It's physical.
You are inside the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. That song, that woman. Rest in peace to Tina Turner. Let's go ahead and talk about this particular Tina. Tina number 2, Stephanie. Tina number 2. Well, we know that Tina Turner recently passed over in May. But we also know that 6 months before that, her son, Ronnie Turner, also passed away. And we're learning now that Ronnie's his wife, I can't pronounce her name, Afina, she is trying to have his baby posthumously. She's trying to have his baby. And we learned, Stephanie, that this woman he actually gifted her his sperm before he passed away. But here's what's interesting. They were married for 15 years, but people on social media are, again, this is what I don't like. I do read some of the comments from social media just to kind of get people's different perspectives and then seeing what the feel is, putting, the feelers out. I don't like that people always jump to conclusions on the negative side. Nobody ever wants to give the benefit of the doubt. Mm-hmm. And when we're talking about the negative side here, people are like, oh, she just wants to have his baby so she can inherit, or the baby could at least inherit the estate of the Turners, right? I don't know. They were married for 15 years. Do you think, it's possible, right, that they are just, she wanted just a piece of him. She wanted, I know what that feeling is like, just saying, I'm married to this person. I want to have something of yours. I want to be able to bear your children. Isn't that possible?
Absolutely. Especially if they didn't have any children prior, then yeah, to want to have children, especially by someone you were married to. Are they expecting her to go out and have a stranger's baby? Like, what would be sufficient for social media?
Yeah.
So why not, the man that she was married to for 15 years? And even if, let's say, she wanted a piece of, and I don't know if it would be a piece of the estate, because I don't know the legalities, I don't know the contracts or anything like that, but he did pass, and before passing he did give her his sperm. So even if she did want to do it that way, we all know that life doesn't continue forever. Tina was going to pass at some point, and if he gifted her sperm, he may have known that this would be a way to set her up, if that's what he wanted. So we don't know the ins and outs. We don't know, and it really is none of our business. But I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt, regardless, because she didn't go into the grave and dig him up and do this. Like,
sure.
It was a gift, and she has every right, whatever her motives are for it.
Yeah. Well, she's only 46 years old. She was going to go through, she plans to go through the IVF process, but only 46 years old. That means you have a lot of life, knock on wood. Hopefully she has a lot of life left for another love of her life. What does that part look like? Another man, because one would say, you can look at your situation and say, so sorry for your loss. I know you had an entire life with this man, but there is potential for another man to come in, and you have a legacy or a family with this other man. If I'm brand new and I'm meeting this woman, you're only 46 years old, but you've gone through the IVF process to have your late husband's baby. Is that, talking about, we were just talking about Tina Knowles and another man coming in. How do you not compete with that, but how do you align yourself with that?
Yeah, I feel that the man for her will have to understand. Whoever simple as plain. If you want to be in her life, this is what comes with it. And if you're supposed to be the man for her, you're gonna understand that is what comes with it, and that there's nothing else to be said. I don't think he really gets a say so in that, because it happened before him. I think I've heard of a couple, a woman who actually was married to someone else and went back and had her ex's baby, I believe. So,
that's a difficult one.
Yeah, but
I'm interested in you though, Stephanie. Stephanie, you are a particular type. I love you. You are great. But you are definitely a particular type. In this situation, and obviously you can't say, because you've not been married to 15 years to someone who passed away. But, try to put yourself in this person's shoes, in her shoes.
Yeah.
Is how do you get down? Do you just say, I'm going to move forward with my life with someone else? Or are you saying, I'm going to hold on to, this particular situation with my, the legacy that I had with my husband, my late husband?
Yeah. And and the thing is I can't say for sure if she's holding on to the legacy and the life. I'm sure she's still mourning. He hasn't been gone for a year yet,
Yeah.
So I'm sure she is still mourning. She probably may or may not feel like she wants to be with anyone else. But I know if it were me, I would probably have the baby, simply because it was a gift to me. It was someone that I was with for a very long time. I'm not getting any younger. If a child is something that I did want, that would be the easiest, safest way, I think, for me to have a child. But it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm stuck in the past because I did it that way. A lot of women at 46 or so have children and go on to have other relationships, after a divorce or after, being a widow or something like that anyway. So, it's not necessarily to say that she won't find love in the future. But for now, if she wants a child, if it were me, if I wanted a child, I would go through with the process.
Well, I hope the best for her. Whatever decision she makes, I'm sure it's going to be the greatest decision that she can make for herself. I mean, who are we to say that she should not or could not or that she should move forward and have a baby with her late husband? Again, I know what that feels like to want to have something of your husband, so I get that. I want to go back to the other Tina for just a second and break down this whole Beyonce. I know you're going to go to the Beyonce concert.
Yes, I am.
Okay, all
I
right,
am.
settle down. Oh, wait, that's in September.
Oh, no, I'm going in Atlanta, so it'll be in 2 weeks.
She's really flexing
Yeah,
on y'all.
you
She's
know,
flexing.
going twice, by the way.
Oh, okay. Really? That wasn't even a subtle flex. That was a real
Super
flex.
flex.
Right there. Are you going back to the one here?
No, I'm going to be in Atlanta twice because I bought 2 tickets and tried to sell one and it didn't. So I'm going to go see her twice.
back to back days, or
Yeah,
how does that
the
work?
11th and the 14th.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, you are about to be lit in there, and so you don't mind going back a second time.
No. I feel like this may be her last tour for a while, so I'll enjoy. I feel that way,
Well, the way Blue Ivy is going, maybe Blue Ivy is going to be doing a tour
We'll
featuring
see.
Beyonce. We
We'll
don't know
see,
because people are loving Miss Blue Ivy out there. That's the one part that I do wish. I'm not going to go see Beyonce. I'm just how I feel about this. This is how I feel. I've been to several of Beyonce's concerts, and I love her in concert. First of all, I do not have the Renaissance album.
Oh no.
Okay, shame on me. I love Beyonce. And I'm a fan. I'm actually a fan of Beyonce. The album just didn't hit for me.
Oh wow. No, I loved it.
And obviously so many
Right.
people around the world love the Renaissance album. And I know she's mixing other songs in there too. So I'm sure it's going to be entertaining. It's going to be great. I'm just not going to go see it, but I think what I will miss more than anything is watching Blue Ivy in person.
Yeah.
I don't know how long she's performing during these
I know
concerts.
she got to go to school at some point.
She's probably being homeschooled, being, on tour, doing her homeschool. Well, it's summertime anyway. I don't know if she's really abiding by those kind of
For now,
rules.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
School starts in August, September. So
yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll see. But so I'm not going to go to her concert. This is what I was going to say, though. I do want to give a nice shout out. It seems like I've been giving a lot of shout outs to Beyonce and Jay-Z recently because wherever they go, they keep doing things for the community and doing things for organizations and companies. And it turns out that Beyonce donated $100,000 in scholarship funding to a Detroit technology college.
That's awesome.
And she's just continuing to just give back and put back. And the reason I'm mentioning this, and I want to emphasize what they're doing in different communities, is we were talking about Tina Knowles and how it feels like the perfect family, the perfect, couple in Beyonce and Jay-Z, and the perfect, mother-in-law, grandchild, Blue Ivy, the children. It seems so perfect. And everybody, what tends to happen is everybody wants to find dirt on the perfect family, which is why I believe they are sort of negatively attacking Miss Tina Knowles because why not? It's just like that would give them a reason to sort of bash the family as a whole. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. I feel that when you're too perfect, everybody loves you until you're just too good, and so they look for something to nitpick and to kind of take you down a peg. I 100% believe that.
Is that in real life? Like, does that happen in just regular schmegular lives, or is that celebrity? Is that entertainment?
I feel like it does to an extent. I feel like it does when the people see you progress a little higher than they do. They want to see you do well. Until you do. Until
you do well. That's what they say. Until you do. And then they would try to pull you down by any means necessary. And that could be rumors. That could be whatever they're trying to do to just grab at something and pull you back. I feel like that is exactly what they're trying to do with Miss Tina at this moment, because it seems like Richard Lawson is going to go on and everybody's going to be pumping their fists like, go ahead, sir. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do your thing. So that's unfortunate. But how I feel about it is I am going to continue to give them props. I'm going to continue to shout from the mountaintops all the good that they're doing in the world. Now, I will report on the stuff the things that are going on and the things that I find out. I will report on that. But definitely, I'm still going to give love along the way.
For sure.
Yeah. So wishing them both well, but we talked to Tina's tonight, wishing Miss Tina Knowles definitely love and more love in her future. I personally am not going to lose hope in Black love.
Me neither.
I love it for us. I no matter what this generation is showing us, sometimes I'm losing a little bit of hope, but in the grand scheme of things, I really still love Black love, and I still have hope for us.
Same, absolutely. It's out there.
It's out there. It's out there. It is. You just got to watch people on social media. That's all. And you got to become friends, like you were saying. That's what you got to do.
100%.
Yeah. I want you to stay around. Obviously, when we come forward, we actually have our Who's Got Next and what not to miss. And maybe you could give us your thoughts on Who's Got Next when we come forward.
Cool beans.
You are listening to The Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Stay right there.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Lil Rim. Right now, I'm hanging out with Robin on The Raw Report. That's right.
You're inside The Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
The Youth Forward organization calls for a cannabis candy ban for products they say target children. I'm Aisha Cairo with your K-Black Minute News, brought to you by CaliforniaBlackMedia.org. Mid-July, a coalition of groups committed to raising awareness about cannabis products that look like candy called on Governor Newsom to enact a cannabis candy ban. Youth Forward, an organization working to shape cannabis policy, is leading the charge with a petition to direct tax revenues from marijuana into youth and community reinvestment programs. The Cannabis Candy Child Safety Act, Assembly Bill 1207, passed the Assembly with a 61-0 vote in May. The bill aims to prevent children from consuming cannabis products by regulating packaging and advertising. It is currently under review in the Senate Appropriations Committee. KBLA listeners, what are your thoughts on this one? Let us know on our social platforms on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at KBLA 1580. We've got a lot to talk about. Have you heard about Lendistry? Lendistry is a national Black-led small business lender that is headquartered right here in LA. Once you've started your business, Lendistry provides flexible financing options starting at $50,000 to help you access the affordable capital needed to grow. Whether financing is needed to increase working capital, acquire a business, purchase inventory and equipment, or refinance debt, Lendistry has a solution for you. Lending products range from traditional business term loans and non-revolving lines of credit to SBA 7A loans and commercial real estate financing. Lendistry's pre-application process is simple and does not impact your credit score. Visit lendistry.com/KBLA to learn more and to get started with an application right from the website.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family was founded to help address domestic violence and sexual assault in the Asian and the Pacific Islander communities. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family's mission is to build healthy and safe communities by addressing the root causes and consequences of family violence and violence against women. They are committed to meeting the specific cultural and language needs of the Asian and Pacific Islander women and their families. CPAF's vision is of an Asian and Pacific Islander community that embraces healthy relationships and works in partnership with other communities to eradicate all forms of violence. To access services, volunteer, or for more info, visit nurturingchange.org. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe everyone deserves to be safe. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news.
You're inside the Rob Report.
With Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
I like to give shout-outs. I like to give a shout-out to Flau'jae Johnson, who made a $10,000 donation to the Boys and Girls Club in her hometown. See, I like that. I like when you make it, you give back to the community. That is what's up. Definitely what's up for her. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to this Who's Got Next. Andy, we ready? This is Alex Charles and Sky Isaac. This is called Heaven. I just saw them on social media, and I was like, okay, loving it. I love the collaboration. Let's take a listen to it.
I could see your glow, baby, did you know I was watching you from afar?
Felt the energy, you appeared to me. There was something sweet in your smile.
I couldn't believe
what it did to me.
Everything was new.
Oh, what they can do to you.
World upside down, you changed my point of view.
Like in the way I feel so safe with you.
Think I'm ready to
make a bet on you.
Tell me if it's true
that you feel like me, that you feel the same way. Angel, I just wanna say, why don't you come down to earth and be my heaven? Heaven's wherever you go, baby. Now I know that I know that I know you're my heaven, being my light in the dark, making a way for my heart. Angel, why don't you come down to earth and be my heaven?
I was looking around, running to the same old
And
thing.
the same old things I found can never touch my heart this way.
Now there's nothing left.
I'm forever blessed,
Heal me with your love.
sent from up above. Up above. Angel, I just wanna say, why don't you come down to earth and be my heaven? Heaven's wherever you go, baby. Now I know that I know that I know you're my heaven, being my light in the dark, making a way for my heart. Angel, why don't you come down to earth and be my heaven?
That is so pretty. It's so nice. Again, that is Alex Charles and Sky Isaac. The song is called Heaven. I mean, Mimi said it right. I mean, that's an electric vibe. I just think, first of all, a song called Heaven, you think it's going to be very pretty anyway. It's very beautiful. The song is beautiful. Tell me your thoughts on it, Steph.
It definitely sounds like a wedding song. That's what I get.
It's very, very wedding-y vibe.
Yeah, and this is wedding season, so it could work.
Okay. All right. I'm feeling that. Okay. I mean, enough of, or you already got your wedding song?
Yeah. I'm.
Yeah. No.
It's
That's
planned.
been planned. Yeah. No, that's already been done. So, like, good luck with this song. But no, I've got my.
I've got it. Whole thing's planned. I already know what I'm wearing. Yep, I'm good.
Oh, bridesmaids, everything.
Everything.
What
Everything.
color? Are you gonna tell me or no? You don't want to blast it.
So I'm Nigerian, so we do a few weddings. Yeah, we do a couple. So
how exciting! Okay, are you marrying a Nigerian
No.
man?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay.
Yeah, no. It's a no for me.
No, really?
No.
Okay. Unless is there any unless? I'm thinking.
Unless he's like Damson Idris, David Kaluuya type situation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
So not traditional.
Not traditional.
Okay.
Definitely
okay.
not traditional because I'm not traditional and we
Okay.
would just butt heads all day.
Okay.
So no.
Okay. All right. No problem at all. But he's got to get down with the fact that you want to have a Nigerian
Yes.
wedding and an
An
American
wedding.
Okay. So you will
and
have
like
to.
bonus points if he has like Indian or something in him so we can have another wedding.
Okay, so you're down with the multiple weddings.
Absolutely.
Okay, so not
It's a
just
party.
2, you want 3. Okay, are you one of those people you're like, let me celebrate my birthday all month long? Are you one of those?
I'm one of those people who tells people it's my birthday all month long, but then I end up not really doing anything big for it. But I'll tell you from the day of the first day of the month that my birthday's coming up.
Wow. Okay. All right. I'm not mad at it. Listen, I'm not mad at it. Pretty Brown Mimi, she's just getting in here. Yes, the replay. You can go listen to the replay. We were talking 2 Tinas today. 2 Tinas. What I don't want you to miss, there is a Netflix special that I have not watched yet, but I am a fan of DC Young Fly and 85 South Show.
I haven't
It's
gotten
on
to see it yet, but it looks like I saw like a little bit of the preview of it. It looks like it's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm just a fan of comedy. I love to laugh. So anything like that's gonna happen. And DC Young Fly, he really makes me legitimately laugh.
He's
I think
very
he's
funny.
authentic and
He's very funny.
in his comedy. So yeah, again, it's 85 South Show. That's on Netflix. I haven't checked it out, so I can't really tell you if it's real good or not. But I assume that it's gonna be good. So
it looks good.
Okay, so Stephanie said it too, so it's not just on me. DJ Black 909 says I'm the same way, telling folks it's my birthday all January and I don't do much. That is funny. Well, my birthday is coming up. Nah, it's in October. I'll let y'all
Same
know.
thing.
When we
It's
get
coming
closer.
up.
I'll let you know.
It's
when
coming up.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I'll put my cash out. No, I don't even do that. I'm not one of those type of people who put my cash out. People keep telling me, do it, Robin. You can come make some money. I'm like, I ain't doing all of that. Well, listen, Stephanie, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
It's Friday, so you will hear the best of Zoe Williams and the voice of reason. My name is Robin Ayers. I appreciate you guys. Remember today and every day forward to be a blessing.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Esther Dillard, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Black South Carolina Senator Tim Scott is blasting Florida Governor and fellow GOP presidential candidate Ron DeSantis over the Sunshine State's Black History curriculum. Scott said there is no silver lining in slavery during a town hall Thursday in Iowa. The senator was referring to a part of Florida's Black History standards that suggest that slavery provided training